I stayed in Jacoby. It seemed to be about 3 months. My husband collected me from the hospital in a station wagon, and we went out the ambulance entrance because I was terrified. I saw anyone that came in to wash the floor or make the bed could be him, or anybody. And one of my breathing doctor, I can't think of his name right now, he kept telling me that my husband did it and that he would like to take me home, and he'd take me out on the balcony. And I thought, my God, he's going to push this bullshit off here. And he'd point out where he lived in the Bronx, and he was going to take me to his home to take care of me. And I was afraid to tell my husband, even though I was fearful of him, in case he got angry and punched him,
Nobody really knew what was happening. She was shot out of nowhere for no reason. So my father took my mother right out of the hospital, and they flew her to England, where her sister's husband was a detective, and she went into hiding there.
No, it makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
That night, the night that she was shot, me and my brother, we were 6 and 8, so we fell asleep. They went out to dinner or whatever. My grandparents were there. We woke up at my grandparents' house, and my father was there, and I just remember there being men everywhere. And he said, listen, you guys are going to go on vacation. And we thought we were going to England. And he said, you're going to go with Grandma and Granddad. Where do you want to go? Like, I don't know, Disney. And where does an 8-year-old want to go? And so we went to Florida.
So you did go to Disney. Smart kid.
Yeah, I would have loved if it was Disney, but at the time. But no, we stayed we stayed under assumed names in the Tannenbaum house. So I was Jason Tannenbaum for about a few months. Until they figured out what they were going to do, until my mother was healthy enough to have her kids back. So for, I don't know how many months, me and my brother stayed in Florida. And then
from May through September.
So then when she was healthy enough in September, that's when we went to England, and we all lived in England, but not under assumed names anymore. We were Savino's again. We were just in England, and we didn't know why. But they didn't tell us what had happened. Again, it was a different time in the 70s until we were coming back in 1980, 79, 80.
Okay, so you stayed in England for a couple of years.
Yeah. Yes, we stayed in England.
Yeah.
And, okay, very interesting. When did you first hear of the Son of Sam, Wendy?
When he was caught. No. Before that. That's the first time I saw him in a picture. But I think we heard of Son of Sam. I was in England, but my husband was sending me the newspapers. And he was calling himself Son of Sam after each murder. And I hoped it was him, but I didn't know because they didn't have his face, because he wasn't known as Son of Sam. It was just this man going out shooting people. It wasn't until 1977 that he was caught, August of 77, the 10th, I think. And I saw a picture of him on the front page. I said, that's him.
It also could be the political aspect to this. Joe Savino was he was a figure in the Republican Party. And much like today, there's a lot of division between, the Democratic arm, the Republican arm.
There is?
It's hard, it's hard to speculate. There's also, Berkowitz spoke at length to Queens investigators regarding these cases.